Yeah, now we are live. Okay, so your question. What is the significance of the recitation or Vandana in the beginning of the session? How to do it so as to make it work in the righteous manner rather than making it as a formality? See, it is this way. First and foremost, till we reach a certain stage, you require that Vandana. Because we'll be thinking on 100 things in a day. If I am a monk and if from morning till evening, if my job is only that, still I require it because unless I have reached Sakadagami or beyond, mind will not be able to give up its inclination on the Kama Chanda and Vyapada. They both will exist. So we need to take refuge. There is a sutta which I was reading in that also Sariputta informs that there is a you need to always reflect upon Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Even for a moment if you don't reflect, there are chances that that mind will go somewhere else. So for that reason we need to start with Vandana. It's not a formality. You have to feel that. You have to feel the danger of rebirth. That's the only way the mind will understand that gravity of situation. It's not about imagining about rebirth. It is about really feeling that there is going to be rebirth. And what are we trying to achieve is stopping that rebirth process. So I have come into the Buddha Dhamma not because I will get to be reborn in a heaven existence or some other existence. That is not the reason why I have come into Buddha Dhamma. The reason why I am here is to stop the rebirth. So that one thing I need to keep on reflecting in the mind. That I am not here to become a Sotapanna and keep on coming every now and then doing that, or a Sakadagami or whatever it is. That's not the aim. The aim here is to stop the rebirth process. And hence I believe that Buddha can show me the path of liberation. And due to that reason I am associated with it, not because of anything else. And that's the reason Vandana will become much beneficial. So that is how I have to first reflect or speak to myself on that. Just like yesterday when we were doing meditation, we have to see why am I not killing any living being? Why am I not stealing? Why am I not having sensual or sexual misconduct? Why am not doing lies? Or why am I not having harsh speech? Why am I not having this slander? Why I am not interested in talking gossips or some irrelevant information? The question is why. I have to first do that. All of that I am doing is to stop the rebirth. So majorly what did Buddha find? He found a panacea, or he found a solution for rebirth. So that first noble truth which talks about jati pi dukkha, so that is the one he found out how to get rid of it, not about anything else. Doesn't matter whether I know Dhamma or I don't know Dhamma, that is secondary. What is primary is there a way I can stop rebirth process? That's the whole aim. It's not about whether can I do anapanasati or can I do vipassana, whether I can do this or whether I do that is irrelevant. What is relevant is that can I stop rebirth? And where does the rebirth happen? Rebirth happens in the eyes and the ears and the nose and tongue and body and the mind. These are the only 6 places where rebirth can happen because of salaitana, 6 sense doors. So when there is a contact, there is a feeling, and when there is a feeling, there is going to be perception, and when there is a perception, then the craving starts. When there is a craving, then there is holding on to it and latching on to it, and because of that, bhava starts, and because of bhava there is jati, and when there is jati, jara, marana, all that is there. So I need to cut that. That is the reason why I am doing Vandana, because you have an answer to that question. Nobody else has an answer. Only Buddha has an answer of how to do that. Otherwise, like you rightly said, Naveen, it will become a formality. Just for the sake of it.
Well, I have seen a lot of people, reciting this Buddha Vandana.
Correct.
But the way they do it, I mean, it doesn't really give me a very positive vibe.
Right.
It looks as if they are just doing it for the heck of formality and nothing else.
Not for the heck of it. It is like this. It is a ritual, basically.
Yeah, it has become a ritual.
Yeah, it is a ritual because they don't know why they are doing, or nobody has told them that why they should be doing, or they feel that that is how we should start. Initially, when I went to Sri Lanka and I was supposed to be doing a desana, what they told me is that I need to utter like this, I need to say like this. So it says, Samanta Chakkavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Sabrahma Munirajasa Sunantu Soggamoggadam Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta. So this is what I am supposed to say. Okay. Now what it does, nobody knows. Okay. What it really means is that Samanta Chakkavalesu, one who has ability to see everywhere. Chakkavala is the solar system. So one who is able to see life forms in every solar system, every world cycle. Atra Gachantu Devata. So there the gods are going around here and there. Sabrahma Munirajasa. So Saddhamma Munirajasa, sorry. So this person, Buddha, is a person who has found the Dhamma for himself. Saddhamma Munirajasa. Sunantu Soggamoggadam. Now he is calling that, please come. Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta. So I am doing a Dhamma Desana, please come. Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta. So second time. So one through mind, another through speech, another through kaya. Now what happens? I am not only calling the humans associated here or the animals and the birds and insects and all that. I am also calling the devas to come and attend to this desana, which I will be giving. It's not my giving, it is the Buddha's giving. So I'll now utter a sutta. Now if I have this insight, if I do it, it is something tremendous. If I just do it and with a melodious tone, if I were to say that, I can do this with a very melodious tone. I can say, Samanta Chakkavalesu Atra Gachantu Devata Saddhamma Munirajasa Sunantu Soggamoggadam Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta Dhamma Savanakalo Ayam Bhadanta. I am 100% certain whoever is listening to it will not understand a single word of it. Now I tell him, you need to say this. So what he is going to do? He is going to do exactly the same thing. He will copy the tone, he will copy the frequency or whatever it is, and he'll start singing. Okay, that is not going to help. Even Vandana is not going to help unless the person knows what is he doing, or rather why is he doing. So why am I doing this is to cut the samsara, which is rebirth. Now I have understood the problem of rebirth, and hence I am doing Vandana to Buddha. That makes sense to me. Not because once I have to do the Buddha, since I am a Buddhist, I need to say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa 3 times, then Buddham Saranam Gacchami into 3 times, then Iti Piso Bhagava Arahan Samma Sambuddho, that finish it, then 5 precepts, Panati Pata Veramani, like that till the Musavada, and now I am done. That would not lead anywhere. Got the point? So it is important to recite, because you will cut the thoughts which otherwise are there. So to cut the thought, you need to bring this thought. I'll give you another example. So this morning, I was just wanting to take a bath to go to office. One song started going in my ear. Nobody was playing, but it automatically started. One Hindi song. And it was going on. So I had to bring in another thought about Buddha Dhamma. So I brought in Etan Santan Etan Panitan to cut that. After a few seconds, I couldn't remember that Hindi song. Even now I don't remember what was humming in my ear. I don't remember. And for that reason I need this, not for any other reason. You got the point? That's the whole idea. Shall we go to your second question?
So let's say that we start recitation. Okay. Now, there are almost 3 parts involved in this. Buddha, Vandana, then 5 precepts are there, and something also midway. It will take, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes.
It should take you more than half an hour, or anybody. It should take, initial preparation is 1 hour. Before you sit to meditation, 1 hour is only this preparation.
Yeah.
Got it? Because it takes 1 hour for you to, just like I'll tell you a simple thing. You go for jogging and come and sit. You have to sit for some time, right? You go on a walking or a jogging or whatever you do. Physical exercise, when you do, you have to come and sit.
Yeah.
You will not be able to do anything. In the same way, when you want to do meditation, you have to bring in all of this. It is a minimum half an hour and at least 1 hour activity. Not less than that. Then you will be able to sit properly.
So let's say even if it does take 1 hour.
Right.
If we really want to do it sincerely, then one has to devote 1 hour for sure.
1 hour for this, 4-5 hours for that. 6 hours.
6 hours of meditation virtually every day.
Yeah. That's
in order to get the right kind of output from it.
So what is the problem now is that I have to do a sitting meditation or closed eyes meditation. No, it's not like that. You can be walking, you can be doing whatever you are doing, but you should be in that. So that is what he says, that Iriya Pabbam. Patikante sampajanakari hoti, he starts with that, or pajanati says that if you're walking, if you're sitting, if you're standing, sleeping, pajanati. So in that Mahasatipattana Sutta, there are 3 sections. First one is a sitting meditation, right? So you're sitting and you're doing it. So then he says, why are you doing it? Yavat eva jnana mattaya patisati mattaya anisitocha viharati nachakinche loke upadiyati evam eva ko bhikkhu kaye kayanu passi viharati. What it really he is saying is that why you are doing? Why are you doing this? Whatever you are doing. He is saying that only for gaining knowledge of what is happening in the body. Okay. Then he is the second line. What does he say? Patisati mattaya. Anisito cha viharati. Nisito means involved. Anisito is without involvement. Cha viharati, not involving in anything. You just observation. Nacha kinchi loke upadiyati. You are not creating any world. What world? Now, if I just start doing breath meditation, then the world is still there. So there are thoughts, there are so many things happening. So now you are pausing that, you are removing that, or you are clearing it off. Nacha kinchi loke upadiyati evam eva ko bhikkhu. This is exactly what you should be doing. Bhikkhus. Kaye kayanupassi viharati. So you are watching the collection. In that collection, the one collection is on the kaya. So that's the reason you have two kaya. So you are going to take the body contemplation, which will be parts of the body, Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, whatever you want to take, along with this, and you are going to watch. Or you are watching the breath. This is one. Then you do the postures, Iriyapabbam. In 4 postures: sitting, standing, walking, sleeping. 4 postures. That's all. You don't have to do the breath one now. Because I am sitting. I know I am sitting. So what do I know about sitting? Sitting as in, just like Ejo, you have that putli, meaning just like a puppet show. You should observe each part of the body movement like a puppet show. You become small. When the body sits, it becomes small. When the body stands up, it becomes tall. You did not become tall. The body became tall. The body became short. The body became flat. Like that. That is pajana. Pajanana, to know. Okay. So I can do that. This is another second method. Third method, Sampajana Pabbam. In all the postures, including keeping your mouth shut, including talking, walking. So you are looking like a puppet, Katputli. So now you can observe what is happening. When I lift the hand, oh, great. The consciousness is able to lift the hand. Even with this weight, there's so much of weight, it's easy to lift. So now I can see, it is lifting. It is walking. It's just walking. It's not I am walking. It's walking. But called as I. Now I am aware. It's awareness of walking, awareness of sitting, awareness of standing, awareness of eating, awareness of drinking, awareness of smelling, awareness of going to the toilet, awareness of pissing, like that. Awareness of wearing the dress. Patta chivara dharane. So that means whatever the dress you are wearing, you are aware that on this body is all these are being done, not on you. Nothing is done on you. It's on this body you are doing it. The bathing is happening on the body, not on you. You are not taking bath. The body is getting bathed. The body is getting cleaned. The body is going to the toilet. The body is getting up from the toilet. The body is walking. Body is talking. Body is lifting. Body is doing everything. But you are not doing it. You are only helping it to go up, down, sideways, this way, that way. That's what you are watching. Your awareness is what is required. This is the third way. So 6 hours or 8 hours I can be spending in this. Right? It's not that I need to close my eyes and sit for 6 hours, or there's a lot of pain in my leg, still I'll sit. No. There's nothing like that. Absolutely not. Otherwise, Iriya Pabbam and the Sampajana Pabbam is not at all required. So what we do in the Goenka Vipassana is only first kind, where we sit. That's good one, but you sit and observe the sensations. Here we are seeing everything, not the sensation alone. Sensation is one part of it. Sensation is not everything. So we are seeing everything. For that, Vandana is required. Otherwise, it will not be able to do that. You have to cut the thought. So, half an hour I will do this. After I do this half an hour, now I am ready. So, I will watch the breath. That I will do for half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it is. Then, walking as walking, talking as talking, lifting as lifting, eating as eating, standing as standing, sleeping as sleeping, like that. Become aware. Then you will get, oh my goodness, it is like a puppet show. If somebody pulls the mouth open, then you do simple, no? Then you see there is no person. That's the reason he says, Yavad eva jnanamattaya patisati mattaya anisitocha viharati nacha kincha loke upadiyati evam eva ko bhikkhu kaye kayanupassi viharati. Now, yavad, when that, eva, when that, you see, what you see? That everything is like a puppet show. So you get the jnana, the wisdom, that because the consciousness is there, the puppet show is happening. There is no person out there. Pati sati mattaya. Pati is bonding with sati. Now I was doing without sati. I was not aware. So pati sati mattaya anisitocha viharati. Detached from everything. Nacha kinchi loke upadiyate. Now there is no world created. What is the world created? The world is created as vilas. For this body is named Vilas. So I feel I am Vilas. So this is my Vilas hand, Vilas leg, Vilas face, Vilas eyes, Vilas nose, Vilas ears, Vilas tongue, like that. Now I see, oh my goodness, it's a puppet show. There is nobody there. So you get detached, you get disillusioned now. Nibbidda. So 7 things he speaks. Nibiddhaya, viragaya, nirodhaya, upasamaya, abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbānaya. This is the step. 7 steps. So with this approach, I get into the 7th step. So I really was thinking it is I who was walking, I who was eating, I who was sleeping, I who was doing blah blah blah. Now I find that it is the consciousness as a condition being there. All of these is happening. If the consciousness were to depart, that puppet will just stop wherever it is. Now I can see the paticca samutpada. Right? Now I feel so happy. Avijja is removed. Avijja yatveva asesa viraga nirodho. Avijja nirodha, sankhara nirodho. Sankhara nirodha, like that. So now I see the patiloma, anuloma and patiloma. Anuloma is what starts with, patiloma is what goes away. Now I can see both. If I put a person there, avijja pacchaya sankhara, sankhara pacchaya vijnana, vijnana pacchaya namarupa, namarupa pacchaya salaytana, salaytana pacchaya phassa, phassa pacchaya vedana, vedana pacchaya tanha, tanha pacchaya upadana, upadana pacchaya bhava, bhava pacchaya jati, jati pacchaya jara marana, soka parideva dukkha domanasupayasa sambhavanti. Evam eva, again he uses the same thing. Evam eva kevalassa dukkha khandassa samudaya hoti. Right? Now, this is in Pali and I am totally confused on these words. Very simple. I'll put vilas and see what happens. Avidya pache sankhara. Now I do all mental volitional actions for vilas. In reality, vilas doesn't exist by the standard definition. It's a puppet. Okay? But it doesn't exist. But I feel I exist. Right? And because I exist, I am in delusion. And I create sankhara. Sankhara pache vinyana. The sixth sense vinyana will start immediately. Because vilas is there. Vinyana pache namarupa. Now I create namarupa. I create a definition, concept, identification, designation, all of that. Namarupa pache salaitana. Now the six sense doors are connected with those namarupa. Then salaitana pache phassa. So because of the six sense doors, there is contact with the sense objects which are coming into the sense doors. Like that. Now what I am doing? I am watching the puppet as it makes its hand, as it blinks the eyes, as it opens the mouth, as it opens the face gets enlarged, as it does hands while talking, bhasite, tunni bhave, silent, thite, nisinne, sutte, jagarite, like that. I keep on looking at each one of these postures. I see nobody there. Now my mind is cleared that there is no vilas there. So, yavad eva jnana mattaya. Now what jnana I got? That there is no vilas. Now you put Naveen. You put whomever you want. On Karimatte. So you put whoever you want, answer will remain the same. You put your wife, same. Puppet. You put your child also, puppet. You put your mother, father, whoever you want. And now that fear of death goes away. Because it's a puppet show. So nothing to be scared about. The puppet ends when the consciousness ends. This is what I am going to learn. With Vandana, I can go this far. Got it? And I covered almost, when you asked me, I covered about consciousness also. What is life-giving consciousness and how does it work? As long as the karma remains, so long the consciousness is there. So there are two consciousness. One is the consciousness which governs this existence. Another consciousness which comes through the six sense doors. So what you're going to do is to cut the six sense doors consciousness, and then you get into Nibbana. And once you get into Nibbana and you don't create further consciousness, then the conditions are removed. When the conditions are removed, you don't get into any existence. So you require consciousness for existence. So then the consciousness itself is not there. The fuel itself is not there. So you cannot create. It's like a fire, matchstick and a fire. Fire is the consciousness, matchstick is the fuel, food. If you don't have food in the eyes and ears and nose and tongue and the body and the mind, you cannot light anything. So that vijnana will not appear again in the six senses and hence liberated. So this consciousness which is keeping you alive will not get any footing now. So it will not get manifested. So there is a thing which says, Buddha says, Vinyanam anidasanam anantam sabbatopabam yatta patavi cha apo cha tejo cha vayo na gadati yatta digam sa rasancha anu thulam shubha ashubham yatta namancha rupancha asesam uparujjati vinyanasya nirodhena yathesam uparujjati. What it really means is that Vinyanam anidasanam. Niddesana means directing. So anidasana means non-directed. Consciousness is pure undirected. If it is directed, it becomes something, a thing, like what we are, our thing. So Vinyanam anidasanam anantam sabbatopabam. It is ananta, endless, infinite. Sabbatopabam, it is lighting everything. Yatta patavi cha apo cha tejo cha vayo na gadati. When that consciousness doesn't hold the patavi, apo, tejo, vayo, yatta dhigancha rasancha anuthulam shubha ashubham. So dhiga is what I can say, long. Rasa is short. Anu is atomic. Thula is fat. Shubha ashubham. Auspicious, inauspicious. Yatta namancha rupancha asesam uparujjati. When the nama and rupa is completely removed, destroyed. Vinyanasya nirodhena. The 6 vinyanas which appear. Yathesam uparujjati. Will not arise again. That means that is in Nibbana. Another way to experience Nibbana, straightforward experience. You sleep in the night and you go away. Because if you ask anyone in a deep sleep, if you ask him next day, what were you doing? He says, I slept. What did you do in sleep? He doesn't know. And nobody can say. At that time, there is no wife, there is no husband, there is no child, there is no house, there is no body, there is nothing there, because the 6 consciousness have slept. There is no chakuncha paticha rupe upajjati chakku vinyanam. There is no sotancha sadde upajjati sota vinyanam. Like that. All the vinyanas are gone. What remains? The life faculty only remains. But you don't remain. That is Nibbana. If you can stay in that state while in morning, then you have attained Nibbana in the morning. That's all. That's another way to experience Nibbana. Clear? Okay. Third one. How will contemplation stop the reactive nature of the mind to any situation? Now again, your question is connected to that only. So once you are in Nibbana, you stop reacting because there is nothing to react. There was no person at all. So what will you react? When I see a person only, I can react. When I make a person only, I can react. When I make a designation only, I can react. When I identify something only, I can react. When I don't identify, neither I create a person, nor I create an object, nor anything like that, where is a question of reaction? There is no reaction. So in that way, I am released. The I is released.
Well, ever since we had this discussion since yesterday, I have a very different feeling altogether.
Good.
I mean, I'm feeling just at peace. The moment I got to know that we have to stop creating the sankharas. So I don't know exactly how is it going to happen now, but I've been contemplating on the same thing since yesterday. So all through the day, I have had a very calm and a peaceful feeling within me. Is it some kind of Niramish Sukha or something like that?
It is Niramisa, but there is still some trace of Samisa also, but it is majorly Niramisa Sukha. you will start to feel such a cool feeling in the heart, that as though
Actually.
somebody has lifted the weight from you. That is the Niramisa Sukha. So enjoy. And do that meditation what we did, and that will immediately put into that state.
So there was another question, but I'm not able to, frame it actually. But let us try. Yesterday you said that we have to stop creating the sankhara. How will that be done? Stopping. How will I stop it?
So first and foremost, we need to see that what sankharas we are creating. It is called as abhisankhara. Okay. Now first we have to do that, and then the sankhara automatically will go away. So you do the sankhara through the 6 senses. Through the eye, through the ear, through the nose, through the tongue, whatever. Why I create it is because there is an object, there's a thing there, and that thing has to be possessed. For possession, you need to take the sankhara. Otherwise, there is no possession. When you stop creating sankhara, means that you are not possessing anything. Example, I possess my wife. I possess this house. I possess the car. I possess my office. And wherever that possession is there, the sankhara is going to be there. So, sabba sankhara samatho, what it means is that I am not possessing anything at all. So, how do I create? When I see an object, I make that as mine. That is how the sankhara get created. And when it is anatta, where is the question of making it mine? So, eso mama, eso na mama, eso na mama asmi, eso me atta. This is the mantra I need to know. Eso na mama. Eso mama means this is mine. Eso na mama means this is not mine. How can this be mine? How can a wife be mine? You tell me. Yes, she is married, that is correct. I have married her, that is also correct. But how can she be mine? It's not possible. I have joined a job. It's not my job, it's a job. They're paying me. I'm doing a job. It's not my job. It's not my home. It's a home. That's correct. Home is correct. Home is there to stay. Now you can stay wherever you want. If it is your home, you have to stay there only. You got the point? So like that, if I start seeing, then the kaya sankhara, vachi sankhara, mano sankhara will stop. It is correct. It is home. It is, in fact, it's a person who is staying with me, not wife. It's another individual actually. With their own karma and all that, that person is staying. For conventional reasons, we are saying it's a wife. Okay, agreed. But she is not my wife at all. She is a wife as a designation, as a title. She has roles to play, and her role is a wife role. So this is how I need to work out on the sankhara. Once I do that, it becomes very easy. So I stop the sankhara. So, vachi, this mano sankhara is feeling and perception. So now I am not perceiving it as a wife, because I am not feeling the object which has come as a wife. It is an human being, not a wife. And I need to identify, so I am giving an identifier, and that identifier is called as a wife. So now I am released from that pain or burden of carrying the wife. Because who is staying with you is a human being, and you don't know what is going to happen with that human being. So you will get compassion. On wife you will never get compassion. On human being you will get compassion. Karuna. So you should see it as human being. Poor lady, she has to do so many things. She has to bear the child. She has to take care of the family, so many things she has to do. If it's a wife, it's a role. Now when there's a role, you have to give a designation, you have to give a title, you have to give a responsibility, then you have to appreciate, you have to depreciate, you have to do so many things. If you're just a human being who is like you in the samsara, like me in the samsara, then there's no question of having a wife. So at my home, I don't have a wife and a son. I have 3 living beings here in this home. That's all I have. If I were to say I have 3 living beings who are hungry, who requires a place to stay, who have to wear a particular dress, who have to take bath, who has to do all of that other things. That's all. So no sankhara. Sabba sankhara samatho sabbupadi patini saggo tanhakhayo virago nirogodo nibbana.
So is it like given in any situation, let's say if I'm eating something, for example, I have already eaten it, but again I feel that I should be having something, the same dish at some point in time. Is it like creating a sankhara?
Yes.
If I have a
technically
fondness-
speaking, yes. So first you have to remove the abhisankara, and this sankara also will go away. You will eat because you have to live. You will not eat because you want to take that food. So the greed will go away, the lobha will go away. But first you have to remove the abhisankara. Abhisankara means exceedingly doing something. Let's say I find sweet, I eat sweet, then after some time I again want that sweet, and again I want the sweet. It is craving. So that craving has to go through sankhara. So I have to stop doing that abhisankara. Looking at the danger of rebirth, then abhisankara will stop.
Alright, so that means I should have a thought in my mind always whenever I do something, that if I happen to indulge myself in an activity, there's a high possibility of getting an existence sooner or later.
Getting that existence, whatever I am enjoying.
Can you please give me some example on that?
Let's say I'm watching pornographic movie.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying it. I can be watching pornographic movie for Dhamma. I can be watching the pornographic movie for enjoyment. Both is possible. If I am watching it for Dhamma, I am seeing what is there in the flesh. And there is nothing. So it doesn't stick. But if I am enjoying it, then I am doing the sankhara. It's abhisankara now, not just sankhara. It's abhisankara. So the mind get associated with it. Now I have to reflect upon that and say that, okay, if I am creating this abhisankara, then I am going to make that very strong. So my next life will be like that. Like that person in that pornographic movie, male, he doesn't know why is he doing with that lady. He's getting paid for it and he's losing his life. So I don't want to get into that trouble. It's dangerous, health-wise dangerous, in every given way dangerous. It is very shameful. It is not recommended. Nobody will like me doing it. So I'll refrain. So automatically I'll switch off that channel. Example. Second example, I love sweets. Very good. Now wherever I find sweet, I want to go and eat. Great. What it does? Adds greed. Health-wise also, it brings in diabetes. Wealth-wise also, it ruins. Next life, I will become some insect. Okay. Another example I'll give you. There are people who have lot, but they don't give even a single thing to anyone. And neither they will enjoy. The fun part is even they don't enjoy, nor they give it to anyone. They want to keep on holding it. Now what will happen to that person? He will become a honeybee. What does honeybee do? They don't drink the fluid, nectar. They keep on plucking it from flowers, go and storing. Plucking it from flowers, storing it. So I had to say to myself, oh my goodness, I don't want to land up in there. I am accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. I am not doing anything else other than accumulation. So let me give it. Throw it out. Either I will use it or I don't want to use it, give it to somebody. Then I can cut the abhisankara. With that, a sankhara also goes away. That mental intention of doing that itself will go away. So these are the examples you can see.
Could you please elaborate a bit on abhisankara?
Abhisankara, abhi means more than what is required. So when I say punya abhisankhara, so you try accumulating as much punya as possible. Apunya abhisankhara is you accumulate as many papa or sins. And anenja abhisankhara is, anenja means non-birth. But it is abhisankara, so you will be born in some realm. So I am obsessed with arupa jhana. I want to do that. Is abhisankara. Anything in excess you do becomes abhisankara. Any sankharas, any mental volitional actions you do become sankhara. You use free will to do something is sankhara. That's the meaning of it.
So let's say that I've been contemplating on the discussion that we had yesterday on Kasa Kushala. And since you asked me to reflect on this continuously, one day it will sink in and automatically it will start happening to me that I will not be indulging myself into the sankharas. Sorry, akushal kammas.
Correct.
Do we have to concentrate on the breath continuously?
No, you
to
don't.
Be in the present somehow?
No, you don't have to force yourself. Breath automatically will happen. You just have to look at the problems you are going to face by not having something like this. Then it sticks. See the 10 akusala. You have to see the danger. Forget the breath. It's okay. But you should reflect on the problem it is going to create. And the breath automatically falls in place. You don't have to do special thing for that.
Okay, so we don't have to concentrate because see, as I asked in the question also, let's say there is a situation that I come across and there is a high possibility due to natural tendency of the mind, I am supposed to react on it. Because I'm still not in that mind frame wherein or I have practiced that much that I will not be able to be in a non-reactive mode. I still am not.
No, that's okay. See, you don't have to kill yourself for that. That is fine. Okay, you have to observe. I use the word observe. You need to observe and see where it leads to. That's exactly what the Chittanupassana is all about. Buddha never says that you need to suppress. No, he says sadosam va chittam sadosam chittam pajanati. He knows that I have anger or dissatisfaction or rage or whatever has come in me. You don't have to do anything. You have to recognize that it has come. So if you have to give someone something, that person has done it in a bad way and you want to say something to him, fine. You want to react to a situation, fine. But know that you are reacting to the situation. You should know. Pajanati, to know. I'm not saying you should not do it at all. No, that is like suppressing. Okay, so we will end for today, and then you reflect upon that, because I need to go and eat also. I have not eaten.
No problem. Please take it.
Yeah, sure. So we will again meet up tomorrow. You reflect upon this, and then we can again meet. We can again meet.
Of course. If the need be, I'll definitely get in touch with you.
Okay, done, sir.
Bye then. Take care.
Okay, thank you then. Bye.